Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint Artist. We're gonna do the underglow everybody's talking about, everybody's doing. They're putting shimmers under their makeup, bronzers under their makeup. That's what I'm gonna do. So I have Glow Illuminator. This is your J-Lo Glow Illuminator. If you want a J-Lo Glow, get Glow Illuminator. And then I've got Heatwaves bronzer, and this is Bare. This is a limited edition lip and cheek color, and it's so good, especially if you have problematic skin like me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Hydro Grip primer. I'm going to put this on my skin. I love this stuff. I have very oily skin, and it helps keep my makeup where it is. That's it. I have oily skin and I'm using a cream makeup. A lot of people ask, does it work with oily skin? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're gonna get started. And I am going to be using the shape brush. I like it because it's nice and round. This is great. I love this brush. It's great for powders, it blushes, underglows. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my bronzer and I'm going to tap it into Glow also. And I am going to put this all over, and I'm tapping into both, and I'm going to just put this all over, and I'm just gonna kind of sculpt my face. You see people doing this with self-tanner drops. This is nice because there's no commitment. If you're not gonna do your makeup every single day, doing those drops can be a little much because they don't wash off, and then you just look like you kind of have a dirty face when you're not wearing your makeup. So I'm just gonna take this bronzer and illuminator combo, and we're just going to add this warmth. I'm basically just sculpting my face. Doing that 3, I'm just going a little bigger than I usually do. And then we're gonna bring it down the neck, because my neck, I don't know about your neck, but my neck is always lighter than the rest of my face. So I'm just bringing it down, pulling it up, just like that. And I'm just going to add a little more over here. Now I wanna grab this Glow Illuminator on its own, and I'm going to tap it on either side. So you can see it has a tint to it, and I love that. And it's just gonna create, I'm putting it mainly where the sun is going to hit me, and I just want that little extra pizzazz of sparkle, just like that. I have texture on my nose. There are these larger pores that I don't know how I got them, but I have them. So I avoid putting the shimmer directly on my nose to avoid added texture. Okay, now I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna actually use the small inks. I don't like using a bazillion brushes. It's okay to look dirty. That's kind of what happens when you put bronzer on and you have problematic skin like I do. Okay, I'm gonna take this small end of the shape brush, again, demi brush here. It's just in the brushes. Look for the shape brush. It's so good. Taking this end, we're going to go to Aspen. And now I'm going to go over, and I'm just going to color correct the redness. Will it look less dirty? Probably not. That gets cleaned up when we put our makeup on over it. So all I'm doing, again, I talk about this all the time, is I'm just dulling the redness. If it looks a little gray, it's okay because I'm putting makeup on over top of it. But I'm just pushing this onto the redness just to tone it down. And I don't like my spots to pull through my makeup. So I'm just gonna tap that on, make the redness go away. Next, I'm gonna flip it back to the big end. I'm gonna go into Suede Lip Liner. I don't know why I always have a hard time remembering what that is. And I'm just gonna go over my melasma and then draping it up. And this is just going to, I mean, it's hyperpigmentation, melasma, sunspots, whatever. And I'm just doing my normal routine of camouflaging that dark spot. Putting heat waves on my hyperpigmentation can sometimes accentuate it and pull that darkness darker. So I put my suede over it, and it makes it all better. All right, next we need a little bit of demi. So I'm just taking my bright brush, and I am going to pop this on my inner corner, right here, down the trough a bit, and I'm just dulling the distraction. I don't know why every time I talk about demi and I'm talking about camouflaging or covering or brightening, I always call it a distraction. They're all distractions. Everything on my face right now lately, hormonally, is a distraction. Okay, so now I'm going in between amber and candlelit. I'm a little too dark for candlelit, and I'm a little too light for amber, and so this is my good in between. I know a lot of people think that means do a June highlight. That pulls a little green on me, a little yellow on me. My hair is a mess. And so I'm just going to even out that skin tone. You know how we were looking a little dirty? We're gonna stipple this because we put this color all over that bronzer from under. We are just going to stipple this on top so we don't move our products and mix it in. We still want it to do what it's doing. Going into candlelit, tapping in, tapping on. Tap it in, tap it on. That's the name of the game. And if you're ever looking at your face, I mean, mine looked pretty rough a little bit ago when I put that bronzer on. What I like to say to myself in my head is trust the process. Trust the process. Amanda said so. Trust the process. Because there are times where even I get halfway through my makeup and I just think, Amanda, what have you done? And then I say, trust the process. So I'm just evening it out. I'm covering my scarring. I have acne scarring. I used to break out from horrible cystic acne. And now I have all this lovely scarring left over. And in the summer, it really likes to get super angry when I get some sun. Okay, next, we're gonna go in with the same brush and I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight. And I am going to go right here. And this is just going to create reflecting light. This makeup, if you're wanting to try it, just send me a color match picture. That's it, just a makeup free picture. There is a link or just message me, whatever, and we can start the conversation. I got a stress spot here. So we're gonna cover it like I have no lips. Okay, detail brush. This is my go-to ride or die. I do wanna switch out my color. I meant to do that earlier. Where is Olive? Right here. I have been using Ash. It's a bit cooler than Olive. And I missed the Olive. So I need to melt it down. But I'm not today because I'm a mom and I've got laundry. We were without power for 2 days. That was a lot. So I'm putting Olive right here and I'm just going to go across my forehead. And Olive is my favorite. It's a cool tone with a touch of warmth that I really like, especially in the winter months, using this small one to just pull that brightening out to me. Look at that. Just look at that. It's so easy. So if you're wanting to try this, just send me a color match and we'll start the conversation and you can try this out because it's just easy makeup. It's just easy. Everybody says you gotta work at anything. I mean, think of how much time you put into your regular makeup. I know that when I was using my traditional makeup, it took me about 40 to 45 minutes just to do my makeup. And that was when I wasn't doing tutorials and talking too much. What is going on over here? Okay, now I'm gonna get my nose. I'm just gonna tap on either side and then I'm gonna bring it together, pull it up to my, anything worth doing, to me, this is what I've always been told. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. And if it can be easy and look nice, even better. But I mean, this is a cream makeup. It is different. So it's not gonna be like your liquid foundations or that concealer consistency. So again, anything worth doing is worth putting that extra time in. So I like to bring my my contour, focus it on the sides, and then I bring it together, and then I use my brightening to straighten everything out. I have a bump on my nose, and so it can sometimes get a little funky. Funky's a good word. I want more contour. So I'm just gonna tap that on. I like to underblend my contour because I'm gonna be putting more colors on top. What is this? It has something to do with my halo. I just know it. Okay, it's driving me crazy. We're gonna cock it. Okay, back at it. I'm gonna take that contour and I'm gonna get right here on my jawline. I like to pull this, I put it on the flat end, and then I like to pull it in front of my earlobe, and I do like to pull it up just a little bit, just to kind of snatch out that extra chin that's growing on my jawline. Okay. Trust the process. It's coming together. It's starting to look a little cleaner. Sometimes you gotta make a mess to clean a mess. Same concept. I'm going to go back into Heatwaves and I'm going to go into Bare. So I'm gonna do my blush, and I love Heatwaves as a blush. So I'm gonna put a little bit of Bare. You could Bare is Bare. It could be a really beautiful highlight color, I bet, for the right skin tone. So I'm putting it on the apples of my cheeks, and this is gonna help when I put Heatwaves on from pulling through. So I'm grabbing Heatwaves. Ooh, I put too much on. I felt that pickup. Never, oh, bronzers are so creamy. So I'm putting this on up here, and it has a red undertone to it. So keep that in mind. I need a rag for my finger. We're going back to that shape brush, and I am going to tap this into my cheek, and then I'm gonna bring it down to bare. I love the way bare works anytime you're ombreing in and you're trying to combat any discoloration, rosacea, scarring. For me, putting something like Bare, Frenchie, Saint Tropez, Audrey, they're such great colors to help combat that stuff from pulling through. And you just tap it on, and you tap this up, bring it down, and then we can go in and we can brighten. I like to brighten after my blush just in case things get out of hand. So I'm back at the detail brush on the small end, and I'm gonna go into my brightening. It is definitely time to melt my tins. And I'm just going to bring this up onto that corner, and I bring it down, and then I'm tapping on that orbital bone and bringing it up, just like that. And I just thought, you know, everybody's doing these bronzers under the makeup. It's time. It's time for me to jump on board and show my picks. Everybody else is sharing theirs. I really like Heatwaves because it can bridge into summer, and we're getting into spring, and it's just so nice to see another option. I talk about Bella all the time, but I mean, Heatwaves is such a beautiful cheek color. It's so pretty, and we're gonna bring this together. There's gonna be a picture at the end with my eye makeup on because I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna take this shape brush. I'm going into my powder. Start at your temple and work it in to your face. This way you don't add texture. But again, I have oily skin, and so I really need my setting powder, but I don't want it to be a completely matte finish. So I always start on the perimeter of my face, and then I bring it in because I have larger pores. I have crow's feet. I have the things. And so if I start out here and work my way in, it's nice. Okay, let's get some lip on because it finishes the look. I'm gonna go into my bronzer right here, and I'm gonna go under my lip just to create a little shadow, and I'm gonna hit my Cupid's bow because it creates a shadow. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna do, we're going into Heatwaves and Bare. We're gonna put this on the lips. I need the right brush though. The multitasker brush, and I'm gonna tap into Heatwaves, and I'm gonna line it with that. Okay, it's pretty. It really, everybody gets so scared of Heatwaves. It's not that much darker than Bella bronzer. It really isn't. Okay, I'm lining, I'm cleaning. Now I'm gonna go into Bare, and we're gonna fill it in. It's just a nice, pretty color. Oops, that is Heatwaves. Okay, going in, tapping it on. And that's a good, nice brown. I'm gonna grab a little bit of glow. We're gonna pop some of that on just for a little bit of shimmer. And that's it. That's the look. We're gonna take Urban Decay De-Slick. Finally got it. And I'm gonna spray it all over. I have, again, oily skin. So the De-Slick is oil control setting spray. So good. I love it. Charlotte Tilbury, Urban Decay. You can't go wrong with either of them. Take a fluffy brush and just press it in, and it just gives everything a final marry. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, I'm gonna go do my eye makeup. That is a separate tutorial, and I will be back with a picture showing the final look. Because I mean, this will all come together with the eye makeup on, right? Right, so that's it. Look at how pretty this underglow is, and it's not crazy. It doesn't make me look orange. I really like Heatwaves, and then using that glow shimmer. It's going to get you through summer. It's going to. Those two together will get you through summer. So that's it. Have a great day.